Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakah Quadash, and double honor to the apostles of the great millstone, and as well as giving also the salutations thereof towards the Akim as well. And Shalom to the Akim wa Kwafiyam, all around, most importantly, taking heed to these scriptures. And once again, it's your brother Laban coming at you with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over this topic concerning on how the Church of England considers gender neutral terms for who they call God, right? And basically, again, this is very telling, as we've been speaking about the leaders of the people, whether they are celebrities or whether they're religious leaders of the people, whoever they are that have made it in this world and, have some form of potential in the world. They're showing themselves more and more that they're agents of the dark side. And, years ago, there wasn't really much of any evidence of this. But nowadays, the evidence are being declared. And this is in itself very telling indeed, who these people really stand for. So anyway, let's get into it. God is neither male nor female. Church of England is considering gender neutral terms. The new project, run by two bodies of the church, will begin in spring. Any potential alterations would mark a departure from traditional Jewish and Christian teachings, but some are already criticizing the possibility of change. The Church of England is considering whether to stop referring to God as He, after questions concerning the use of gender neutral terms were raised by priests. The topic, which has been discussed by those who follow the Christian faith for many years, is being explored by two commissions in a new joint project. The project has been launched in response to a question asked by the Rev. Joanne Stobart, the vicar of Ilminster, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and White Lackington in the Somerset at Synod, who wished for an update on more inclusive language in Church of England services and to refer to God in a non-genderist way. Although specifics of the project's aim and outcome remain unclear, some have already hit back at the possibility of change. Rev. Dr. Ian Paul told the Telegraph that any changes would represent an abandonment of the church's own doctrine. He said that it would mean moving the doctrine of the church away from being grounded in the scriptures. And this has always been intentional. It's to get away from the scriptures, transforming the people's belief in God towards Satan. And, by the way, down here in the UK, there's plenty of articles showing that a lot of people are turning into the dark side. All right, the numbers have skyrocketed from 2013 to the year that we're now in. So, don't be surprised when you walk past somebody or when you're working with someone and, you find out that they're into that witch stuff, because that's what society's influenced the people to begin to believe. And nowadays people are going through tough times in their life and they want to get back to good times. And even that in itself, including, is swaying the people on the dark side. All right. So, this system is going to hell in a handbasket, as the saying goes, man. So let's get some scriptures here. Let's read this. This is 2 Corinthians 11 and 13 first. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, and transforming themselves into the apostles of the anointed. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an agent of light. And that's just the thing. Satan has his agents out there. And Justin Welby and the rest of all of them that are bishops of the Church of England, we know where they stand. And in order for you to be in these positions that these people have within the Church of England, you have to be in that dark side of the world that they're in. All right, no doubt. And I mean, it's very clear nowadays, and years prior, a couple of years prior, that many priests, pastors, you name it, have been connected to some kind of scandal, in touch with children in a sexual way. And if not that, they've been found, money laundering, some kind of scandal that is against the scriptures. So, all of these people here, they portray this image that they're the people of God, and they stand up for all of that which is of God. But in all reality, they're really agents of the devil. They're really of Satan himself. And this in itself is satanic, because according to the scriptures, all throughout the scriptures, God is considered, or the Most High God in the Bible is considered as the Father. And as well as it is also written first in Exodus 15, what is declared of the Lord, right? The Lord is a man of war, and the Lord is his name. Yahweh is his name. So it's very evident in the scriptures alone that he is a man. But they want you to now believe, or not believe, but to get you away from calling him the Father and say that he's neutral. So this in itself is satanic. This is, what is it? Added and taken away from the book, which leads me to what? Revelations 22 and verse 19. Let's just get to the point here, right here. Actually, let me read 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of this prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the thing which are written in this book. And I mean, like, this right here is so very well applying for Esau, because according to the book of Hebrews 12, that reads that Esau was a profane person, or they are a profane people, which the term profane means to be out of the temple. So all of the wickedness that they're projecting out in the world, and injurious words that are being spoken towards the public, so much so that the eyes of the men of the Lord see this. Esau is literally profane. All right. He is a nation, or they are a people that do not belong in the assembly of the righteous. These are a people that are perverted and just overall playing the foul in the heart. The proof is in their actions. The proof is in their devised plans. And that's why you have so much confusion out here with people. You got some people, they think that they're frogs. Some people think that, they don't believe in, being categorized as male and female. You have the non-binary individuals out there. You got all of this confusion. Anything that's in relation to confuse you, Esau pumps that out there and got people bugged the hell out. And this is under their government, which the term government means controlling of the mind. So if they're responsible for controlling the minds of the mass of the people, and the mass of the people are sick, the world is in need, or as well as the earth, because even the earth is being damaged by this devil, the vibration of this devil. So the earth, and as well as the world of even including the other nations, are in need of a new rulership. And this is why the Most High is going to send his son back, Yahushua, to destroy this system and to clean this earth from all of the filth, and as well as spiritually cleanse this earth, so that this earth can be governed the right way. And simplicity can come back here on earth, because life is very simple. This devil has been ruling for a long, lengthy period of time. And ever since he's been ruling, he's been making life harder and difficult to go by. And this is why you got so many people that are on the verge of committing suicide, because they're confused. And when you're confused in the mind, you get depressed. And in some cases, confusion can cause sicknesses too. That's why people are sick. All right. John 10 and verse 30. I and my Father are one. So in this right here, the Lord should have responded back to Yahushua and said, You can't call me that. You got to call me what I am. And what I am is not, I'm not a man and I'm not a woman. This is not a scripture on that. But there is a scripture, as I've just read to you, that the Lord is a man of war. The point is that the Lord is a man. All right. Psalms chapter 10 verse 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God, because the Most High is not in all of his thoughts. And that's just the absolute truth. These priests that are proclaiming to be men of God are really Satanists, man. They're really Satanists. And this is why, certain churches have been allowing satanic fashion shows down here in the UK. And I know that's been probably going on in the States as well, and many other places around the world, where you have certain supreme churches that have allowed this thing to go on, because that's what really they're a part of. They're a part of that world. Lying to people, saying that, yeah, see, this is what this is and this is what that is. But in all reality, they don't go by these things. Really, religion is only used to just keep people in line. When you watch the Book of Eli, the Book of Eli actually shows you that. Where, Denzel Washington, he was a man of the Lord. And there was a time in America where it was just totally desolate. Those of you that seen the film, you know what I'm talking about already. And, Denzel had an enemy that wanted to use the Bible so that he can control the people. So the enemy of Denzel is no different than these so-called proclaimed priests, which really the Church of England is basically governed by the King Charles III, which King Charles III, we already know what kind of level of masonry he's in. We know that he's a top level witch. So it's really the witches that are behind all of these churches, these supreme churches around the world. And that's why they're coming up with this nonsense. This is as satanic as you gonna get, which the term Satan just means to be adverse or the adversary. Proverbs 14 and verse 2. He that walketh in his uprightness feareth the Lord, but he that is perverse in his ways despiseth him. And that's these devils. These devils truly despise the Most High. As it is written in the book of Psalms chapter 10 verse 4, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God, because the Most High is not in all of his thoughts. Because they're adversaries, they're the agents of Satan in this case. That's why they're doing all of this stuff. Changing the meaning of that which is true to something else. Because ultimately, the world that they're creating is a world of Satanism. This is the goal of the powers that be and the people that's under them, projecting their power towards the people. So whether they're church fathers, whoever they are, they're all in league with the dark side, and that they despise the Most High. And it's the people at the very top that's living in the inside world, controlling all those that are in the outside world. Like I've explained, those people that people look up to. Okay. And like I said, this world is going to hell in a very destructive manner. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about from a nuclear standpoint, because the nuclear war is on the verge. And so this world will be nuclearized. And it's looking real close. And I can't forget, the Church of England has ordained a non-binary person to be a priest in the Church of England. And I'm not going to play the video because I can't really tolerate watching this particular video. But I mean, if you want to watch it, you go right ahead and you watch it. All you got to do is type in non-binary priest ordained of the Church of England, something to that equivalent. Just type that in there, and on YouTube they'll show you countless of videos on this guy that believes that he doesn't have to fit into any other gender. So you can go check that out for yourself. But anyway, with that, I just want to just keep this short, to the point, and precise. And with that, I close. Shalom.